5 sentenced to death, 1 to life for murder of writer-blogger Avijit Roy. Writer-blogger Avijit Roy was killed to gag and discourage freedom of expression so that no one in the country can write or express themselves freely. He had to pay with his life for writing and expressing his opinions freely. Judge M.D. Majibur Rahman of the Anti-Terrorism Special Tribunal made the observation yesterday while handing down death sentences to 5 militants and life imprisonment to another for killing Avijit on February 26, 2015. Labeling Avijit an atheist, the convicted members of Ansar al-Islam brutally murdered him as per a decision of the banned militant outfit, said the judge. Those sentenced to death are Syed Muhammad Zia-ul-Haq alias Major, sacked, Zia alias Sagar alias Farabi, Akram Hussain alias Abir alias Adnan alias Hasibil alias Abdullah, Abu Sadiq Sohail alias Saqib alias Sajid alias Shahab, Mozammel Hussain alias Simon alias Shahir and Arafat Rahman alias Siam alias Sazad. Life imprisonment was handed to Shafiur Rahman Farabi. The charges against them were proven beyond doubt. Zia and Akram are still on the run while the rest are behind bars. Sohail, Mozammel and Arafat had earlier confessed to the murder. Avijit's wife Rafida Ahmed Bonya, however, thinks simply prosecuting a few foot soldiers while ignoring the rise and roots of extremism does not deliver justice for Avijit's killing. Avijit's brother, meanwhile, demanded immediate arrest of Zia and other fugitives. The verdict was pronounced at 12:10 p.m. with 4 of the accused on the dock. Except for Farabi, the 3 others were calm during the verdict delivery. With their hands cuffed behind their backs, all 4 were taken to the courtroom 6 minutes before noon amid tight security. A large number of police personnel surrounded them when they were on the dock, wearing helmets. An archway metal detector was erected at the entrance of the block that housed the tribunal. Before and after the judgment, with the exception of Farabi, the 3 others were seen talking among themselves and laughing. They looked calm. The punishment of the fugitives will be effective from the day of their arrest or surrender, the judge added in his judgment. The verdict came just 6 days after the same judge handed down capital punishment to 8 members of the same banned outfit, Ansar al-Islam, also known as Ansarullah Bangla Team, on February 10 for hacking to death publisher Faisal Arafin Dipan on October 31, 2015. Zia, Akram, Sohail and Mozammel were also among those sentenced to death for murdering Dipan. Dipan, owner and publisher of Jagriti Prokashoni, was killed because he published a book by Avijit Roy. Judge Majibur Rahman also observed that the convicts killed Avijit Roy with a common intention to keep people away from thinking and working freely. There is no scope to see which accused played which role, he observed. If the killers of Avijit Roy are alive, other members of Ansar al-Islam who are untouched will be encouraged to commit the same crime. Scientific and free-thinking writers will not be emboldened to write and think freely, the judge observed. The accused do not deserve any sympathy, he said, adding so it will be a justice to hang them by their neck till their death. The deaths of the 5 convicts will be a consolation to the victims' family members, he said. Additionally, free-thinking writers will be encouraged to express themselves and it will be a deterrent to such crimes, the judge remarked. The killers attacked Avijit, then 42, from behind around 8:30 p.m. on February 16 with machetes when he and his wife were returning from the Akushi Book Fair. They also attacked his wife Rafida Ahmed Bonya when she tried to save Avijit. Bonya suffered severe injuries to her head and lost a finger. Avijit's father Professor Avijit Roy, who taught physics at Dhaka University, filed the murder case against unidentified assailants with Shahbag police station the next day. After 4 long years waiting for justice for his murdered son, Avijit Roy passed away at a hospital in Dhaka at the age of 85 on December 9, 2019. Investigation officer of the case Inspector Muhammad Munirul Islam of the Counter-Terrorism and Transnational Crime (CTTC) unit pressed charges against the 6 convicts on March 11, 2019.
The tribunal framed charges against the 6 on August 1 the same year. Avijit Roy testified before a court on October 28 that year, and while testifying, out of frustration, he said he would not continue appearing for the hearings. "We are quite upset seeing the progress of the trial," he told the Daily Star after coming out of the courtroom that day. After 32 working days the judge completed the trial, the judge said, adding that 28 prosecution witnesses testified during the trial. The tribunal fined each of the convicts sentenced to death 50,000 takas, while Farabi, sentenced to life imprisonment, was fined 50,000 takas, in default of which he will have to serve another 2 years more in jail. Defense lawyer Mabm Khairul Islam said that they would challenge the judgment before the higher court. According to the judgment, Abu Siddiq Sohail had tailed Avijit Roy on various occasions and exchanged information with his fellow Ansar al-Islam members in a plan to kill the writer blogger. After following Avijit on February 26, 2015, he confirmed to Simon that Avijit came to the Akushi Boy Mela. Besides, he stood guard for the killers with their leaders at the spot during the murder. Arafat Rahman Siam visited the book fair after buying bags and machetes and followed Avijit with an intention to kill him. He waited beside Avijit's car with a bag containing machetes. Arafat and 3 others, Ali, Antu and Anik of the operation branch of ATB, hacked Avijit indiscriminately with machetes. Mukul Rana alias Sharif, who was later killed in an encounter with police, gave each of the 4 2,000 takas to buy bags and machetes. The 4 bought bags and machetes from the capital's Tongi area and individually surveilled Avijit's house. Arafat and others also surveilled the book fair on February 24 and 25 before killing Avijit so that they could go to a safe place after the murder. Mozammel Hussain Simon directed Sohail to follow Avijit. He himself followed Avijit several times. He informed Zia and other leaders that Avijit came to the book fair. During the murder, he stayed near the killers with Zia and other leaders. Avijit was killed at the directive of Major, sacked, Zia. Zia stood nearby when Avijit was murdered. Akram Hussain showed Avijit's photo to Sohail. He himself had tailed Avijit several times. During the murder, he was nearby, supporting their leader Mukul Rana. Farabi uploaded the photos of Avijit, his wife and daughter on his Facebook page and made an open call to kill Avijit, terming him an atheist. He assisted the killers by exposing Avijit. Besides, 6 other members of the band Ansar al-Islam were involved in the killing, but the IO did not submit charge sheets against them as their details and identities could not be revealed, the IO said yesterday. Avijit's brother Avijit Roy expressed satisfaction with the judgment. Police administration should not be relaxed after the judgment. They should continue their efforts to arrest the 2 masterminds, Marj, sacked, Zia and Akram Hussain, as soon as possible, he told the Daily Star over phone. He was not present at court during the delivery of the judgment. Avijit said the militant group can be more vengeful and plot conspiracies to kill more people after failing to have their operatives released. It is a matter of concern that the 2 masterminds are still at large, he added. I am satisfied with the judgment though it took a long time, he said. When fundamentalism is becoming extreme in the country and an attempt was made to justify the killing by citing demeaning of religion, I am satisfied with the verdict. My father would also be satisfied if he was alive, he said. He also demanded quick execution of the judgment. News taken from the Daily Star, by Shariful Islam, Chaitanya Chandra Halder and Emrul Hassan Bapi. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.